Heidi ho. Meh. Frog face. It's me again. And I have new stuff that I need to get done. Alright, I've been working on a logo and I've been making a bunch of videos about making a logo, and they are really slow going, and they're kind of like, right in the middle of like a graphics journey. Um, so I was talking to someone about this, about my frustrations, because I have several uh, from day to day, and ranging from problems with the program that I use to create the videos to some of the programs that I just use, particularly GIMP. There was an update maybe a year or two ago. I'm not sure when it happened. I'd been running an old version of it for a long time and I was really comfortable with it and knew how to get the very basic and minimal Photoshop type tasks done in that program, in that layout. And then I updated it and it's like I'm starting all over again. There's a few things that are the same, but for the most part, I'm like relearning it. So if I try to integrate that into anything that I'm doing here with this, I just look like an idiot and I don't know that doesn't know what they're talking about. And that's true in that regard. So I figured, well, I didn't figure this. Someone else figured this for me, and like a child, I didn't want to accept this suggestion at first. But then today, I was like, wait a second. I can take that suggestion and actually put it to good use, because I do have my own project, my own web space that I'm trying to fill with content, and this would be just like the perfect opportunity, because you could use Squarespace or Wix or whatever other garbage is out there and make your own website, or you could go get a super cheap domain, get super cheap hosting. I pay $4 a month with One-in-One or Ionos, Ionos. Um, Hold on, let me put this somewhere where it's not too revealing of like my personal things, my personal stuff and things. Do we got a main page? I guess that'll be fine. We'll do this. Okay, so this is, I just want to show you what the name of it is, Ionos. So I got my first domain here over a year ago for $1. And then the year passed and I hadn't done anything with it. And they were like, hey, you want to keep that domain? And I was like, yeah, I want to keep it. I haven't done anything with it yet. And they're like, $20, 2 years. Rats. Here's, take my money. I'm not giving up that name that I came up with. So now I'm committed because I've paid for the domain at a higher premium, and also I am paying for hosting for dollars a month. Yeah, do the math on that. That's what, $50 a year? Throw in that extra two for mental frustration and whatnot. Now, since I'm starting from scratch, bare bones, I figured, let me take this person's advice, who simply put, they were like, why don't you just start with something simpler? If you want to do this, make some videos, make something simpler. And this is as simple as it gets as far as web development goes. It's just like your up and running startup initial steps in getting it done. So obviously having the domain and having the web hosting is a very big part of it. Let's say you got that figured out. Let's say you even go with Ionos. Like, I'm not going to walk you through my dashboard. That can be, I don't know if I'm allowed to do that, for one. Yeah, I probably am, but I would want to be a little more well versed in how this works, because I've used different hosts over the past, so this one's still relatively new to me. I actually had to call tech support a month or two ago because I did something stupid and I needed help fixing it, and I couldn't do it on my own, and I couldn't wait for it to be done. I was like waiting for changes to be done, which is basically like waiting for someone to cancel one thing and then put something else into effect, and I just did not have the patience. So I called him. I was like, "Can you just do it right now while we're on the phone? Let me give you the information, tell you exactly what I want to happen, and you make it happen." And they did it. So there's +1 for Ionos. Like, they have really good tech support. So I do recommend. That's a place that I wouldn't mind working for if I knew a little more about web hosting. You would think I'd know fucking everything about it, considering um, how I'd like to present myself as a somewhat web developer. But there's more to it than just putting content on a page. There's the actual service that you're using. Wow, I'm getting just way too far off into a tangent that does not matter right now. And we're at almost 6 minutes, so all right. I tried to do this earlier and completely messed it up because I was running this setup without this. So I had to change. Some of this stuff down here. Let's turn this up a little. Someone should be able to hear it. We'll talk about this in a minute, but I had to change this stuff here. Well, specifically this. Properties. See how it's set to Logitech? I had it on like high def audio or whatever. That's wrong, okay? It's wrong. Now if you got your headset plugged in, it's just gonna it was picking up the audio from the camera. And the camera's not terrible. It's better than the desktop, but if you're going for optimal audio and I was wearing the headset. It just wasn't picking up any of the audio because I didn't have it set to. So there's that. Sorry. Okay, so we figured that out. Yeah, web hosting, blaggity blah blah blah. Now, here's a couple other things that I went over in the video that I completely failed at making. I was trying to pick out a font, some fonts. Here's one of the ones that I decided on, and put a little style guide together. Font and colors, those are your two first steps. What do you want the colors to be on the website? What do you want your fonts to look like? Those are just, you got to put together your own style guide, and you got to stick to it. So you start with those two things, and then you work from there. Then you can add other things like logos, pictures. Then you can get real specific, like what kinds of drawings do I want? Do they need to all be line drawings? Do they all need to be black and white? Is it black and white photography? Are they illustrations? And how are we framing them? Do they have borders? Do they have captions? Like, what do the captions look like? You got to take all these things into account, but fonts and colors are the two most basic ingredients that you can start with. Okay, I think I made my point on that. Now, I found 3 fonts, and I'll pull this up and show you what I found so far. So I've got these 3. I like this one on the top. I just dig it. No apologies there. And this right here is a mashup of 2 different palettes that I found on Coolors. There's several different places where you can find stuff like this. And they give you the hex codes. That's important, because if you're customizing your site, you're typically going to be typing these in. If you're lucky, you only have to type them in once, and then they just get spread out across your site. But if you're like me, who wants to nitpick the shit out of everything, you're going to type them probably hundreds of times. So you get your colors, you get your codes, you're on the road. So there's a lot here. There's a lot here to work with. I like what I have. So I'm not gonna, ooh, that's pretty. I like this one a lot. No, I'm sticking with what I got. So for all intents and purposes, That can be closed. Now the fonts, not so much. But I don't want to mess around on here anymore because I spent like 20 minutes videoing myself just getting frustrated trying to find shit that doesn't exist. I mean, it's not anything specific. It's like one of those I know it, or when I see it, I'll know it. I'll know it when I see it type deals. And I looked through a lot of those and did not see what I was looking for. So we can just go to Google Fonts. Google Fonts makes things a lot easier. I was just being stubborn and was like, I want to use this other one. I'm pretty sure all of these are free, but you'll see right off the bat, boring. These are boring. These are super boring. Let's see if we, okay. I'm stuck on title right now. So block text, not too worried about. Font properties, number of styles, thickness, length, width, categories is more like it. Handwriting, monospace. Let's get rid of serif, sans serif, and let's go ahead and get rid of handwriting as well. Let's get rid of monospace and just go for variable fonts. What's that? I don't want to learn more right now, but I am kind of curious about that. And let's see if anything jumps out at us here. Kind of like that. I wish they would throw this in the trash forever. I'm so sick of seeing it. Please don't ever use it. Please don't ever fucking use it. It is so overdone. Okay, sorry. Just personal opinion. No, they made a second one. Okay, hush. Calm the beast. I'm really digging some of these. I like this. It's very plain. Alright, here's the deal. I'm only interested in maybe getting one or two more. So if they don't jump out at me immediately, I'm getting the hell out of here. Because I'll be honest, you know, if you're trying to do this and you start your font adventure, you might find, I like this, you might find yourself stuck there. Just hard to get away. Oh, I like this a lot. Yeah, let's select it. Download it. Save it. Now I don't want the tags because, I mean I do, but I don't. I'll have to install it, but I'm gonna have to install it like on my own stuff. Like I want the file of fonts in my server, on my server. I don't want it to make calls out to Google Fonts or wherever they're storing these font files to get the font. I want it right on the site. So I got that one, and let's get out of here because I got what I wanted. And let's find one more. Quickly! Okay, so while I'm looking, I'll slow this down and then I'll talk about what is currently playing, because I was talking about the audio. So I had been doing this thing where I was like, I don't want to wear a headset. Like, if I'm not at work, I don't want to wear the headset. However, I don't have a desktop microphone, like a real good one. So I'm kind of stuck just wearing the dang old headset. And I had wanted to like have some kind of music going on because sometimes my mouth makes really terrible noises. Sometimes I breathe through my nose too heavily, or sometimes I just stop talking completely for seconds at a time. And the hell, some lobster hybrid. And sometimes, I don't know, it's just nice to have a little music going on. So I had been playing stuff in the other room, like playing it on a speaker and playing it loud. I kind of like this. I hate that these are all cut off. It's really annoying. Big Shot 1. So I didn't like the speaker out there, plus me basically using the camera's audio, the camera's microphone to catch my voice, because then also the camera was also catching the sound, the ambient sound from the other room. And this headset will also catch that ambient sound, but it's a little different. It's mostly the same. But it's different in the sense that my voice is clearer, so that ambient noise isn't as distracting. I'm sure I've passed a ton of these. That big shoulders text. I like this one. I like how simple it is. Let's grab it. And then let's get the hell out of here. Download that whole family. Yeah, I'll take it. Now let's just go right on back here, and we don't want display, and we do want... Alright, let's... Look, there are divided schools of thought on what kind of font you should use for the web. Here we go. See, they're using serifs. Now that is a very newspaper thing to do. That is a very book print thing to do. Some people believe that we should be using sans serifs here. New York Times disagrees. Now, do I want to follow in their footsteps? It's hard to say. No, I don't. I like the sans serif font for web pages, for blocks of text, for title fonts, you know, display text, serif fonts. But for chunks of text, I like sans serif. So I disagree with you, New York Times, and I'm going to go with sans serif fonts. And we're going to pick, you know, Roboto is really good. It's a really good one, but I don't think it's going to be... Alright, let's... It can't be too chunky, it can't... This is curly, I don't like it. Not too chunky, not too curly, just very easy on the eyes, very easy to read. I kind of like this. We'll go with this. I think I've downloaded this before. Let's go with OK on that. Regular 400 looks really nice. And this one's very fleshed out. You got your bolds, bold italics. It's good. It's good. I like it. Alright, so now we got some stuff to install. So we'll go ahead and pull this open, but we gotta close this. It's already saved. The reason we have to close it is because if we're going to install new fonts, and then try to use them in there, it's gotta be closed down. And then that way when you open it up, it loads the new fonts. Pretty simple. Desktop. Keep my fonts on the desktop. All the other stuff doesn't need to be there. The fonts is the only one that I care about. So we got Nunito, we got Big Shoulders, and Racing Sans 1. Why am I saying them out loud with emphasis? Because I'm going to need to remember them. Nunito. Okay, fun. Whoops. Ra-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. See, this is one of those times that it's good to have some music playing in the background. Okay, and this is from... I pulled this from the Internet Archives. And there's all kinds of live music on there that, in my opinion, it's free. If you can find it on Internet Archives and you can download it without using too much force, it's free. You can use it for whatever you want. And I'd like to think, what little bit I know about the Grateful Dead, that they're okay with this. Nunito. Well, Racing Sands one. What was the other one? Big Shoulder Text. Thank God it's just one of them. It's because it's display font. Okay, next. Big Shoulders. Where you at? And we got a few of these. I was able to find some Andrew Bird and some Driving and Crying. But today we'll just go with the Dead. It's really good music. I mean, I don't care what you're into. You like country, you like rock, rap, whatever. If you can't find something to enjoy about the Grateful Dead, are you even a human? That's what they should make people... That's how they should test whether you're a robot or not. Just play some Grateful Dead. And, you gotta click whether you like it or not. And if you click no, then access denied. Sorry. Just kidding, that's dumb. No, it isn't. That's how all my websites are gonna be. To even get into them, you'll have to answer that question. Alright, I'm an idiot. Okay, so we got some stuff here. We got some stuff to work with. And we're at 21 minutes. I could go on for another 10 easily. I'm not going to. And I know people got stuff to do. If I can keep mine under 20, that'd be cool. And if the video is only 10 minutes, I'm just fucking off. I'm just fucking around. I probably had a little bit to drink and was like, I don't have any friends. Let me pretend that I do and talk to them on the computer. Fun. But look, this is where all of that stuff is going. Let's make sure my fonts got properly installed. We'll do that. We're at 22. Let's try to keep it under 25. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. No, I didn't want to do that. We'll do it the other way. Actually, I think I picked the song that was 25 minutes long. So, we'll wait until the song... I can talk until this song stops easily. Style guide. Yeah, boy. Alright, I got 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Can I pull a lorem ipsum text block? You betcha. This one's fine though. It doesn't actually have to be the real actual one. Oh, that's huge. What did you do, dude? Oh boy. Ay, caramba. There goes my plan for getting this done in just a couple of minutes. Okay, not bad. Line spacing's a little messed up. I think that's up here. There we go. Wow, I'm doing better than I thought. Oh god, 45 seconds. Nunito! Just checking to make sure. Yep, there it is. And it looks good. I think it does anyway. Very, very readable. Alright, so that's a good start. We got some display text. What was the other one? Big shoulders? Man, as long as he's keeps singing, I'm gonna keep looking for... I like that one a lot. Yeah. I think it goes well with this. And there was one more... Oh... Okay, I gotta look at it. Desktop. Fonts. Big shoulders. Racing Sands one. That was it. Not bad. Not bad at all. Can't have both of these though on the same site. That's gonna be a tough choice. I'm leaning towards this. I do like this guy up here a lot, but I just don't think it's gonna be right for what we're doing here. So I'm thinking this one. Yeah. So everything here. Alright, we can get rid of these. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. I waited a few minutes before I started the song. Sneaky! Alright, so there's my basic style guide. There's my title font. There's my my color palette. There's my text block font. So now I know what I'm doing there. Let's have a look-see down here. Well, here specifically. Okay, now this was something else I had to do. Just ungroup these, because I need to get these. I thought I ungrouped them. There we go. I gotta get these color names. I won't get all of them by the time this song's over, but that's okay. You get the idea of what's going on here. What is that? F8. I'll have to remember that. They don't have to be perfect right now. They can be perfect later. Racing the clock here. Ah, forgot I can't do it with that. It's the only one it doesn't work with. I did it! Alright, so now we got all the codes, and now, real quick. They're probably not all the same size, but that's okay. Alright. It's been real. It's been fun. It has been real fun. I really am looking forward to playing this back and seeing how the audio turned out. And I hope this has been informative. I hope maybe if you hung in there for the whole 31 motherfucking minutes that you learned something that you can use in your own personal web development adventures. A girl can dream.